I'm just a nigga with a rocket launcher.
What is going on, guys? My name is Toso. Today I'm here to actually make a little bit of a review. Now, here's some clarification. I am not a fighting game head, but I've always been a fan of like the different franchises ranging from Street Fighter to Tekken. Well, I wasn't always a fan of Tekken, to be honest, but I recently got into it. To even the Arc Sys games like Blaze Blue and Under Night and Birth and games like that. So Tekken 8 was on the horizon and I knew about it, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to pick it up. I don't want to get bullied in the corner. I don't want to get relentlessly grabbed. I don't want to get kicked to my throat. I didn't want the smoke at all, right? And then, you know, time progresses. It's the time of, if I'm not mistaken, it was around the Evo time of 2023. And we see the Raven trailer, but also the Azucena trailer. And the way that girl was moving in that trailer, I was like, you know what? Yeah. You're scratching my brain a little bit. Yeah. I don't like this, but we're getting somewhere. We are. And then I found out that she was a huge fan of coffee, and I was like, yeah, I'll pick up the game. Game comes out, if I'm not mistaken, January 28th of last month? I don't think I picked it up until like a week later, or a week after. So
hold on, let me look at a calendar just to be accurate.
I picked it up on Thursday. I picked it up on February the 1st, and today's the 9th. So yeah, it's been about a week since I have been playing Tekken 8 practically every single day. And I gotta be honest, man. You know, I don't like to be biased in a lot of my reviews, and you know, I have to be completely clear. I have to be completely concise with everything that I say. I don't want to mislead any of you guys whatsoever. I love this game. Honest to God, I really do. I never thought I would ever find myself really loving a fighting game. Even Street Fighter 6, for example, right? Street Fighter 6 came out last year, and I picked it up and learned Chun-Li, you know, the ins and out of her combos, what's plus, what's not, and I've had a lot of fun with Street Fighter 6, to be honest. I really had, but a lot of that fun was very short-lived. Like, I was actively playing Street Fighter 6 really for about a month and some change, and then I dropped it for 4 or 5 months. You know, other games were just coming out and other things were just grabbing my attention, and so when I jump back into it, it's still fun. You know, there's nothing wrong with Street Fighter 6 whatsoever, but maybe it's a preference thing, because getting into something like Tekken 8, I actually incredibly enjoy the hell out of their arena system. You know, it's really a lot of fun. It's a ton of fun, and one of the biggest reasons, aside from the jokes that I made earlier about, you know, me being bullied in the corner as to why I never got into Tekken, was because learning wise, it didn't seem very beginner friendly. Like, not everybody grew up in the arcades playing Tekken 3, 4, 5, all these other games. And like I said, I grew up around Tekken, and I might have touched it every so often, but I never really actively learned the game. It was always something that was very foreign to me. Combos wise, what works and what doesn't. It was very strange for me. A lot of Tekken veterans, a lot of people that literally have been playing Tekken since they were born, you know, like Hercules being born with baby Pegasus. That's how a lot of people were with Tekken, and they were saying that this would probably be the best time to get into Tekken. This game, aside from, you know, it offering you modern controls, it is incredibly beginner friendly. This game heavily rewards a lot of aggression. A lot of and I've seen how some people, and it's not even to shame them, but you can in some cases smash your way to victory. You can. It's very beginner friendly, and I think that's really cool. Gameplay wise, it's incredibly fun. I was very, I guess, I really wasn't used to how their pressure, in a sense, worked in this game, because, you know, you can obviously keep a combo going, but then they'll still stay on the ground, and you can keep attacking them, and or get them against the wall, and it does this whole big stun thing, or now there's floor breaks and wall crashes and all this different stuff. Very new for me, very new territory. I didn't know how to react when it happened to me. Gameplay wise, I think Tekken 8 is a ton of fun. Even just learning, you know, without doing the modern controls, you can get pretty fucking nasty. But if you want to use the modern controls with a special style, you know, that also works for you as well. If I'm not mistaken, I think you just do less damage on your combos, but it's fine. It's fine. Overall, I really enjoy that aspect. The music in Tekken 8 is absolutely phenomenal. I don't love every stage. Every stage theme. I really don't. But some of the ones I do personally enjoy. Obviously, Fallen Destiny. I think Fallen Destiny is fantastic. I think it's the first round, not the climax. The climax is okay. It's okay. I like the menacing cinematic feel of Into the Stratosphere. The first round, I think it's pretty great. The second one is very, very friends and family anime power up, but it's fine. I like it. I do enjoy it. I like Neo City. The thing about Neo City though, I like its climax way more than the first round. I think its climax is where the music really excels for that stage. I love Reina's theme, the secluded training stage, first round and climax. I think that's fantastic. Of course, the best song in the game is Victor's. The story mode. I think Tekken 8, out of all of the fighting games that I've seen that has done a story mode, probably does the story mode the best. Now, here's the thing about fighting game story modes. None of them are great, to be honest. A lot of them have a lot of errors or issues where it's just not the best, to be honest. It's always been that way for as long as I can remember. You know, arcade endings for me don't count as a story mode. I'm talking about an actual story mode. And for a while, for me, the best story mode at a time was probably like MK9. I think their story mode was good until I started to really think back on it, and I was like, wow, Sindel really killed everybody. And Cyber Sub-Zero, I think he got punched and died very soon. And then, you know, Raiden killing Liu Kang at the end of it was also very stupid, but, you know, he just raised his hands up. Anyway, my whole point is the story modes for a lot of fighting games have not always been the best. But then this game comes in, and you definitely had to know about the story as to why it literally starts with Jin throwing a motorcycle at Kazuya's helicopter and them immediately getting into the fight. You know, the long history between Jin, Kazuya, and even Heihachi has, since the very first game, it's been on site, you know what I'm saying? Well, before, of course, you know, Jin got into the picture. But anyway, I think this game's story is great. I think it's literally the definition of Jin as a character. You know, he's recognized that in his time he's done a lot of crazy and terrible things, and though his intentions were noble and true, he still caused a lot of anarchy across the world. And I think the story does a great job just kind of focusing on what he's carrying and things like that. So all in all, Tekken 8 is one of the is some of the most fun I think I've ever had with a fighting game in a very long time. The last time I can remember having fun with a fighting game, if I'm being I'm talking fun with a fighting game, if I'm being completely honest, was Super Street Fighter 4 and Mortal Kombat 9. That was the last time. Because anytime I looked at fighting games nope, I take that back. I'm missing another one. Fucking Killer Instinct. 10 out of 10. Don't care. But anytime I look at fighting games that's been, you know, coming out over this past decade, I want to say, they just weren't really appealing enough for me to even want to touch them, to even try them, let alone buy the fucking game. They looked boring. They weren't really entertaining, and fighting games became somehow microtransactions snuck their way into that. The game itself was very lackluster in regards to content. I don't even, if y'all remember how Street Fighter 5 dropped initially, that shit was sad, bro. Fighting games for me have always been this thing where I knew you existed, but I was never interested at all whatsoever. And then I finally decided just last year to give fighting games a bit of a chance, because I started to see a lot of the hype when it came to Street Fighter 6, but I also saw that they were doing something different. Gameplay wise, art style wise, things were really changing up. I'm not worried about Warner Bros. And NetherRealm Studios, because they don't ever do anything different. They don't. They just make things worse. That's the name of the company. I don't give a damn what anybody has to say. They make things completely worse, and they try to sell you on their shitty and fucking terrible game by giving you guest characters, and people fall for it all the fucking time. But yeah, Tekken 8 has been incredible. Just this 1 week, I had a lot of fun. Right now in ranked, I think I'm in assailant, so I'm slowly but surely getting up there. Maining Asuka. That's been a very love and hate relationship for sure. And one of the things I definitely had to pick up or learn when it came to Tekken 8 was that, yes, you can know all the combos in the world, but if you don't have your neutral down, if you don't have your movement down, you will never land the fucking combo. If you don't know what works and what doesn't, you don't know what's plus and what's negative, you'll never learn it. So that's it. That's all I got to say about Tekken 8. I think it's definitely worth the money if you have it. If not, wait, because, I mean, like I said, these games are going up and up and up. $70. Next 5 years is going to be $80. And lo and behold, you already know that $100 target price for a video game is coming up. Don't spend your $70 on Suicide Squad. Spend it on Tekken 8. That's all I gotta say, please. Thank you guys for listening in. I really do appreciate a lot of the support that I've been receiving within the past couple of months. I've mainly been focusing heavily on my art pieces. I'll put a couple of them up on the screen, which is part of the reason why my upload schedule has been non-existent. I upload when I upload and I don't when I don't, but I do appreciate all that stick around to watch the videos when they do drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.